What's up, bros? Sorry. As you can see from the title, I am leaving the crib. Here, I'm pretty much just going to give you guys the full story, full everything on why we made the crib and why I'm leaving. So, this obviously all started with FS Drumline, or Fastix Drumline. So if you guys know the origin of FS Drumline, this is just a recap for you. And if you don't know, if you're actually a follower of the crib and not FS Drumline, this is the backstory of that. Yeah, we started in high school, my junior year, I believe. Me, KJ, and Cade made FS Drumline, and it was supposed to be some nerd band kid stuff, some music videos, some vlogs, some game vlogs, game day vlogs, and it actually did really good. I don't know, maybe it's because no one was doing it at the time. Uber likes to say it's because the football team was winning. I like to say that a bunch of things came together and what made us what we were. What really kicked everything off, other than the vlogs, right? The vlogs were getting a lot of views, but the thing that really kicked it off was one specific video titled Fort Stockton Drumline Plays Jig 2 Quad Solos Blindfolded. It's currently sitting at 7,349,026 views. It was on multiple news outlets. We got interviewed.
Well, get this, we showed you the Fort Stockton drumline that played blindfolded during a Panther game. Well, that video went viral with over 4.2 million views and counting. For the drumline, they still can't believe how many people saw and liked their performance and are still amazed that many people from all over the nation have heard of the Fort Stockton drumline. I caught up with the team to find out why this drumline is so special and what's it like having fans from all over the country. Take a look.
It was crazy because like my little brother was like, if it gets to 100,000 views, you're cool. But no, like, it just went way higher than that.
It's something that somebody at our age could really never really expect to come from something as simple as just a minute video. And it's really amazing.
And that's really what is the reason that you see 11,000 followers is based off that video. And it was cool. I mean, it was like every lunch period we'd post. Every week, not every lunch period, we'd post at lunch and we'd see people watching the videos. It was really cool high type of thing, right? And then, well, we had Cade editing the videos at that point, I believe, and KJ was kind of the main camera guy, and I was just a side character. I'm not going to take any credit for any of the stuff in season 1, honestly. Then we got to season 2, where Cade graduated, Valerie graduated, Darren graduated, and the channel was left to pretty much me and KJ. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. We brought crews in. We didn't bring people in, but it was just like a school drumline thing. Again, same concept, videos, vlogs, pretty much the same thing. I think KJ took over the editing for the most part. I think Cade might have still been doing it every so often. Maybe I have it switched, I'm not too sure. But then after we graduated, the original plan was to, well, there was a lot of plans. I don't know what the original plan was, but we wanted to maybe pass down the channel generation to generation. Every year that someone graduated, they passed that channel down to the next person, down to the next person, down to the next person. And we tried it like, I think 1 year, but it was kind of like, it wasn't completely overtaken. I think Braden and Gabe took over. I don't really remember those videos too well, and they couldn't edit them, so KJ was still doing that part. And I don't know if maybe it was too much at the time. I really don't remember that, but I was out of it at that point. I wasn't really involved. So me and KJ started having talks, right? This is after high school. We graduated. I have a job, right? We started talking about making the crib. We had this idea already our senior year, maybe even junior year, of making the crib. I don't know where we got the word. I think I remember, but I'm not gonna. It came somehow. We wanted to do just like what a normal YouTube group would do. Like our example we always used was 2Hype. I was a big 2Hype fan. We wanted to do videos like that. Coming from Fort Stockton, it was a little bit difficult to do, but at the same time, it was just us, right? We couldn't do it. We had a lot of great ideas. An idea to bring the crib in as a name change that will never be seen to this day. It is one of the best ideas me and KJ have ever had together. At this point, Cade's out. It's me and KJ are like hand in hand. We are now moving forward with the channel, and that's just how it was. But like I said, so many ideas that just like didn't happen. some recorded videos that just didn't get posted for one reason or another. I actually only think we posted like one video as the Krib, but we weren't even the Krib yet. We were still FS Drumline. We never changed anything, and it was just we ranked the best and worst chips. I'm never gonna watch these videos back, just so y'all know. I watched season 1 and 2. I'm not watching after we graduated. It's just a little bit too much for me to look at. Just a bad time in my life, not the best version of me. This is what I would say. I've never really told anyone this stuff, and I still won't. That's why this part's a little bit blurry, right? So then I moved from Fort Stockton, our small town. I moved to San Antonio, and I was there for a little bit. And then I asked KJ. I had these like YouTube ideas. I've always been like a creative guy. I always wanted to make things happen. I don't know why. There's no reason. I just wanted to. And the Krib was always like on my mind. I'm like, dang, sucks that we never got to do it. So I reached out to KJ, and I asked him if I can do it. Because at this point, yes, it was me and KJ, but it was like more KJ me, right? Like he was the main guy. This is how it was. So I asked him, can I take over? Like, can I make this YouTube channel something? Make it the Krib. You'll always be a part of it. And that's kind of, and I do that pretty much. And he, without any like doubt, like let me do it, you know. And that's where we came with the video, the end of an era, or where I made the end of an era video. Very simple, just explanation, right? Because you guys will never see the video of you guys will never see how we were supposed to do it. So that was my little small version of literally nothing. It's a 0.0001% of what I wanted it to be. So it's not even close to the same. So then I was like, okay, what do I do? What videos can I make? Simple. Make a gaming video. That's what everyone does, right? So I made some gaming videos, plus some vlogs. I made some wrestling vlogs, gaming videos, one vlog by itself, but mostly wrestling, gaming videos, some horror videos. Nothing serious. Like I just played a couple games. I wasn't getting a good viewership from our 11,000 subscribers, and obviously it's because our 1.7 million viewed video, our algorithm is tethered to that. So I decided, okay then, let me make the Krib Gaming and the Krib Wrestling so that I cannot flood our For You page or whatever for the viewers. Won't be gaming videos because I'm like, who's this? Like, who's this person that I'm following? Why are they playing games? And then they realize that they followed us for one video or maybe a couple videos or whatever, but it just wasn't happening. For example, a wrestling gaming video got 28 views, and then like our first ever video had like upwards of 1,000. I don't know the number, I just guessed, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so I made those two separate channels with the idea of, okay, I live in San Antonio now, I can play with my friends. For the gaming channel, I can play with Isaiah, Uber, Marquise, Roger, whoever was like in my thought process at the time, and that could be put on the Krib Gaming, and then regular videos, vlogs or whatever can be put on the main channel. Then wrestling videos, because I'm a big wrestling fan. I was more a big wrestling fan kind of about a year ago, but with that, like wrestling vlogs we put on there, stuff like that. Me and Isaiah were kind of the ones that took over at this point, and I've had this idea for 4 years, going on 5 years now, but at the time it was 4 years, of making a reality style competition series based off The Challenge, Survivor, Big Brother, stuff like that. I wanted to do it for so long, and that was actually supposed to be on a different YouTube channel called Loose Screws, but that didn't work. So I had enough people to actually do it, and I did do it, and it did pretty well in my humble opinion. I think my work for it honestly was a lot. I think the effort that I put into it, not just me, there was a couple people that really tried, was worth a lot more than it did do. But it was the first time me doing it. It wasn't like, of course I knew it wasn't going to do great, you know. Would I have liked it to do better? Of course, but it did what it did, and it did it for what we had, and that was fine, you know. And that's what I call chaos. And a little bit before that was what Isaiah called the Krib Competitive Championship. That's really his big thing. He wanted to make that a big thing. I know, like, I was kind of the face of that championship and stuff, but it was really mostly his thing. I was just the one that was editing, putting stuff together. I was pretty much doing a lot of mental work and a lot of the setup and outputs and pretty much sharing everything by myself. And I don't know if I would say that took a toll on me, but it kind of did, I guess, and that's kind of my own fault. I don't know what I expected. Not to put blame on anyone else, because it's not their thing. That's where I'm going wrong about this. I guess I saw the Krib as a community of people where multiple people were supposed to be involved, but it was never that. It was never what I wanted it to be. and I thought it was the entire time. So me having to ask people to do stuff, me having to set things up, and then me doing like pretty much everything. And I'm like downplaying it, honestly, because my mind was like very occupied on this stuff, but I still did it. And with everyone's involvement, it got done. You know, it did take longer than I would have liked, but like I'm trying to express, it was no one's thing but mine. So I'm understanding of that now. Back then I really wasn't. And so it was just like building like a lot of like, man, I'm doing all of this, I'm doing all of this work, all of this stuff, and I'm getting 100+ views. I don't know what my number would have been for me to be happy though, to be honest with you. Maybe it was never gonna be any number that was gonna satisfy me. So I made Chaos. I made the show, I made everything with it, and that took a big chunk of that year out. And yeah, was it fun? Yes, 100%. Like I love doing it. But then when it was done, I was like, okay, now what do I do? How do I make anything bigger than this? How do I make anything better? And there was really no answer other than doing a second installment of Chaos. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's pretty much come to fruition at this point. I'm missing a couple of little layers, but it's pretty much ready to be recorded come September. There's a little bit of insight for anyone that cares. So pretty much just what I'm saying is that I was doing it all thinking that everyone else wasn't doing their part when they didn't have a part. I started to realize, okay, I am the Krib. I am the Krib Gaming. There is no group. But now I'm going under a group name. I'm going under something that was supposed to be a group in the beginning, you know? And it's just like, so I've been thinking about this for months now, and I think it's my best option to leave and make my own thing. I don't know if this matters. I know like we're not like a famous group of people. We're not like none of it is that deep, but to me it kind of is. And it's just because I really tried and cared for a very long time. And again, it's no one's fault that I did. I don't know what I expected. I really don't. And also, before I made Chaos, I thought about leaving then. I thought about making a new channel and making everything completely fresh, and I was scared that by doing that I'm leaving 11,000 followers behind. Think about this. Our most viewed Chaos video was the trailer. No, it was episode 1 with 260 views. Second most being the trailer at 229. And I was upset with that. Not crazy upset. More of the other videos. The other ones like 140, 109, 117, right? I was upset with those a little bit. Imagine if I started a completely fresh one. It would be way less viewership than that. That's just honesty, right? Imagine how I would have felt then. Because I would have put the exact same amount of work into that, and I would have got less everything. Dude, I would have been in a complete big hole. Pause. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to leave 11,000 followers, but now I'm sitting here realizing our 11,000 followers are not real, right? Like this channel, the Krib, is going to be taken over by KJ, and he'll post when he wants to post, right? That's what he told me the other day, that I need to sit there and realize, like, just to do it whenever you want to do it. Just do it whenever it comes, and you'll have more fun with it, right? I'm just not that type of person when it comes to content, I guess. I want it to be bigger every time, and that's not what the Krib is anymore to me, I guess. This is no dig on the Krib. Obviously I was the Krib. This is nothing like that. I wish KJ the best, and whoever posts on there, whoever cares about that stuff, hope it goes good, better than it did for me, I guess. So for moving forward, the Krib Gaming is no longer a thing. The Krib Gaming is me, and it's my gaming stuff. It is going to be under Spidey12K. That's my gamer tag for most things. That is what that channel has now become. It's already rebranded. It's already pretty much switched over. That is that. The Twitch that I built under the Krib is me. It's Spidey12K again. That is that. Moving even past that, for myself, I don't have my own channel yet. I don't know what I'm naming that. It's going to just be something simple with my name or whatever, but something productions or so, I don't know. I'll put, whenever this video is posted, that link will be ready and stuff. That will be where you see my life, me and Kiara's life, me, Kiara, Caleb's life, you know, if we ever decide to post him, his face, if we ever decide to post his face. And that will be where Chaos moves on, because while I'm leaving the Krib, I do believe Chaos is mine, and I'm going to take that with me. So what you guys saw for season 1, Chaos, the Krib Competitive Championship, will now be marketed as season 0. The season that you guys will see next, which is technically the second installment of Chaos, will be season 1. Season 0 will be canon. Everything will still be involved, storyline based and everything, but it will just be moved as like a test subject onto my YouTube channel that I will be carrying on. I think me thinking of it as myself working for my own videos, working for my own content, my own channel, will make me feel better than thinking that I'm working for a business, being the Krib, when it was never like that, and I don't know why I thought of it like that. Again, this is not to put blame on anyone. I don't know if it sounds like that at all. I'm really trying for it not to be, because I know this is my own feelings, my own decision, and my own reasoning for why I even felt like this in the first place. Now, when it comes to the Krib Competitive Championship lineage, I think this one isn't set in stone yet, but me and Isaiah kind of decided yesterday, or for whenever you guys saw this, we decided kind of that this championship is to be retired. I think Isaiah said he kind of wanted to move on from the Krib as well for his own reasonings. I'm not going to speak for him, but this was a me and him thing. We both bought this championship. We split it. It was his, like, he wanted it, but it still has the Krib letters, right? So if he were to take it and make his own thing, this is the Krib Competitive Championship. It's on that channel. It's that channel's championship, right? So I think what me and him have decided is to retire this championship, with me and him being the only two champions. That's not on purpose. No one could beat us. So before Uber says anything, I'm just playing. But he, maybe in the future, he said he's thinking about making a different championship, a different design, and that'll be like a little bit different, right? He'll carry that in San Antonio. Like I said, this isn't set in stone. Maybe I do compete for this later, or maybe I just relinquish it and it stays with the Krib. But anything that goes on the Krib, anything that is for this championship or a further championship that is not mine, that I'm not involved with, I will not be editing it. I will not be promoting it. I will share it. Of course, I'm gonna always stick by my buds, right? I'm never gonna leave them behind, but I'm not going to be involved anymore, because I don't think that it helped myself in the long run to do as much work as I was doing. Again, like I said, I know this is not a big deal to most. I am not unaware of that. And like I said, in the very long 50-minute Krib Cup Awards video, this is the end of the story, the end of the book. I've already done my due diligence of being upset, being sad, or whatever. Like, I've thought about this for so long. Like I said, hope you guys follow me on the journey. I really do. I really hope people care. You know, if you're interested in gaming videos, interested in my streaming stuff, that'll be Spidey12K. If you're interested in me, in my life, I've yet to name it, but whatever it is, it will be in the description. Go to the description, click that link to follow me if you want to trot along with us. If you cared about chaos in any way, if you want to watch another season of it, the ideas for this one are so big. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. People that I have are great. If you want to see that continue, that will be over there. Or if you're new to this at all, hi, my name's Kobe. If you don't know me, you're way behind. I was a side character in Fast X Drumline. I was a main character in the Krib. So here it is for the last time, signing off. 2-time Krib competitive champion, 1-time survivor of chaos, 1-time MVP. This has been the Krib.